I am a rural artist, it's where I live, and those are the types of stories that I want to tell, and that's kind of the message that I want to send throughout my work. It's really important to me to bring in different aspects of my landscape, of my home. There is this misconception that we can only create in larger, you can only get funding in larger city centers. And that's much about what the film is speaking to, is figuring out your place and being okay with where to settle and where to, maybe raise a family, or where you want to go and where you want to stay. The character of Maggie is incredibly practical. She talks about what parts of a landscape make it worthwhile. And Sam is much more romantic, and he is much more looking at the beauty of things and looking at places that he could maybe escape to when he needs to escape. I feel like in me, in my experience growing up in Northern New York, that's part of the struggle that I'm having now. I am very much influenced by my environment and my landscape, and I need to have both of those things. I want it to be beautiful, but I also need to make sure that I have firewood,
My chosen art is to create an EP and a music video around the EP, just showing off kind of rural Elmira, I guess you can say. One thing that I can say about Elmira is it's like a boiling pot of all these different genres. In the southern tier, you have farm and you have cattle. But then in the inner city, I guess you can say, you have hip hop, you have R&B, you have gospel. So kind of just having like all these worlds that have always been inspiring and kind of like not glaring down at me, but kind of like encapsulating the place in which I've grown up. Just putting all these worlds together, I guess that's what created Isaiah Smallwood. I don't want to be a person who works a 9-to-5 every day, dreaming about what they could be doing. I want to be the person that pushes the envelope. And yeah, paying bills is tough, but I feel liberated. I feel as if I'm who I want to be and not who someone who pays me minimum wage wants me to be. I'm so glad that someone from Elmira had this opportunity, just because Elmira needs hope. And, to be able to spread this hope about, believing in yourself, going after your goals with money from this grant, it means the world. There's another song on the album that's going to be called Soar. And what Soar is it's a story of a young man whom came from a very sheltered or rural town that got to, where he's going, and realized that if you just believe in yourself, you can do anything. This is where I want to be. This is where I feel I'm called to be. This is where home is for me.
To give right back to you.
And I'll do anything to create home.